Hey up everyone, it's the Yorkshire Panda back on Enigmatica 6 and we've got a bit of Enigmatica to do today. Just quickly show you what we've done down here. So got our pressure system set up down here because the less pipes you've got, the less volume there is, so the better the pressure can be kept. Now I have rejigged the redstone. I've been playing around with these, the Redstone Modules. So let's just get, so we've got our Redstone Module and then we've got a advanced PCB. So what these do, it allows you to read and write redstone. Now this on here is just a basic Redstone Module. It says the redstone will be red. Oh, sorry, should I say redstone will pass through. So if the redstone signal's coming into this, it'll pump out the other side. Or invert. So if there's no redstone, there's no actual output. Or there's input. So you turn that to go output to input. As this is. So it's now receiving a redstone signal from this. When you right click it with one of these advanced PCBs, haven't made these yet, can't make them yet, but got them as rewards, so yeah, might as well use them. What this then does is allows you to change the operation. So if the output signal is 15 from the highest input in both white and white, so you could change the redstone channels as well, so I could have a white one here and then another one of these somewhere else on a red channel. And as long as they're both above 15, it will output or not output. Or, which is if one or the other. XOR, which is if one or the other or both. Redstone clocks. But what I've got, comparator. So if I was to set this to say 9, if the output is 15, so the output signal is 15 if the input signal from the white channel is greater than the constant value of 9. So that 9 it peaks, but it doesn't go above 9. So if I change that to 8, you see it flash on and off, because every time that gets to 9, it flashes on and then off when it goes back to 8. Now invert does it the same way. It goes off when it gets above 9, on when it's below. It's okay, I didn't lose much. So what this then does is outputs here. So when it's above 9, switch the redstone off, which turns all the these off. Just a lot neater, a lot more compact than the redstone we had before. Works exactly the same way. And then we'll go hooked up to these vortex tubes, which heat up these heat pipes, which then heat up our processing plant and our refinery. So yeah, this is looking a little messy at the minute, but I'm not too fussed right now. I've got other plans because this is kind of outliving my liking for it. So there may be a bit of a base move. The magic quarter staying where it is, but this may turn into a magic base, and the actual machine side of things go elsewhere. Not going to tell you where yet, because I haven't got it started yet, and there's a couple of mods I want to get into before we actually do move there, but there are plans on the horizon. There is another update coming to this soon as well, with a few new mods added, but also more changes to bees, which I did get that obsidian bee that we found, made ourselves and the ender bee, made ourselves a wither bee and a netherite bee. So I'll just show you these. The wither bee, nice and easy, diamond and obsidian, and then the netherite bee was the wither and diamond to make netherite. So now I've got wither combs, which can become wither skull fragments and wither roses, and netherite, which can become netherite. So we don't have to mess around going to the nether to get a load of netherite. We can just get these going. Haven't got it all automated yet, but yeah, so we'll come back to. I have got uranium being processed as well, because our reactor down here is running out of uranium. So how much have we got? 801. I had to put a lot more uranium in, and we've only got a couple of stacks left now. I do want to expand this because I'm going to need a lot more energy soon. But that's something I want to come back to later. Yes, doesn't work anymore because I've turned it all off. But right, what we want to do now though is a little bit more on the Enigmatica side of things. So quickly cache these in from the couple of things that we had before. What have we got? Some reinforced bricks, some printed circuit boards, which we are going to be making soon, and programming puzzle pieces for programming. Those will come in handy when we get that far. Oh, one other thing. Time in a bottle. I have just sat in the world, let it power up a little bit. I am so annoyed that I missed this early game. It was one of the single most useful things to get when you start off, when you're waiting for things to craft and build, and it takes ages. So if we were to just get, say, I don't know, some cobblestone, we want some coal. So we put it into our smelting factory. Goes pretty quick. If we were to do that, that's now going twice as fast. 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. So if we were to now get some cobblestone. Yeah. I've probably killed most of my power because of this. But yeah, and what it does is that used about an hour of the time I have in here. So every time you use it to boost the tick rate of something, so 245, to make that double, it's just under a minute. 4 times, a bit more. 16 times, we've gone a couple of minutes. 64, we've gone to 15 minutes. And it works like that. So the longer you keep it on you, the more it adds up, and then you spend that time to boost the speed of your machines. Or anything, really. So I could use it on Britannia, Blood Magic. We could use it here. It's going to be wonderful for Blood Magic to get some stuff done quicker. But all things we're going to have to come to a little bit later. But yeah, just keeping that there safe. So let's just get rid of these for a minute. Oh yeah, did look into the compact machines. It is in the pack properly, just broken at the moment. There is an update coming soon, like I said, so hopefully it'll be fixed there. And that makes things a little bit easier around here as well. But here we go. So we need a bucket of LPG and a bucket of diesel. Fortunately, let's just get our buckets. Do you know what? Let's create a few more. Never have enough buckets. Diesel in there. And LPG in there. And do you know what? Just for good measure, let's just grab a bucket each of the other stuff. There are buckets there. Now we need a bucket of lubricant. Now the lubricant is made with diesel or biodiesel, redstone dust, and at least 100 degrees C in one of these. So if we were to get our diesel bucket, what we got? Logistic cores and more reinforced bricks. They can go in there. So what do we need? We need a bit of redstone anyway. So Our diesel goes in there. Let's pop the redstone there. Current recipe is lubricant. Oh, might need to get some more diesel again. There we go. Ah, because it made kerosene straight away, didn't it? Is there any way of dumping that? I don't think there is there? Unless I do this. Oops. Nope, that keeps it in there. So we've got kerosene. I need to get rid of that kerosene. Right, for now, let's just try and make some in here. So let's just let that make its kerosene. And we'll try making the lubricant in here. There we go. Much better. So that is... Right, so how do we get out of here? Because that doesn't work. I think we may need to get mechanical pipes and a tank. Get our configurator. Here we go. And we've got a tank of lubricant. Well, bucket of lubricant. That's got some kerosene. So, void any unwanted excess fluids from the input tank. No, we don't want that. We want move fluids from the input to the output if possible. Right then. So that's in the output tank. So, what I want to do is really get rid of that. But I'm pretty sure there'll be some use for kerosene somewhere, so let's just create a tank. Don't know why I put it all the way up there. And we'll do the same again. Mechanical pipe. Get rid of you. There we go. Right, so that was... Gives us a couple of speed upgrades. And the next was Molten Plastic. This is the important one. So I need coal and LPG. Or biodiesel. So, let's get some coal. Let's put it in first. Let's get this kerosene. You go up there, out of the way. And you, because we do need a fair bit of molten plastic. So I'm going to get a couple of buckets more of LPG. That one, isn't it? So that's how many we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There, I'll do for now. That is all in there, and we have molten plastic. Let's get a bucket of this. That completes that quest. And kerosene lamp. How do we make one of these? Just get rid of some of these. I haven't looked at that yet. I want to look at it later. Some more volume upgrades. Meh. Let's get a kerosene lamp. We're missing a small tank. You in there. Kerosene lamp. If I was to put you on there. Oh. So that just gives us light in a set radius. Do you know what? We don't want the kerosene. So, I mean, we can use it as fuel, but let's trade it for emeralds. Use it to make gasoline. And the gasoline can be used to make napalm. Well, that escalated quickly. That gives us a bit of light that we don't need because of these ferro lanterns, but yeah, I really should fix that hole in the floor. What are these? Andesite paving. There we go. So that gives us a... Is that just a tank full of kerosene? Yeah, it is. 64 buckets of kerosene. Right, you can go in here. Yeah, you can stay there, to be honest. Right, next we need a fluid mixer. Which, that doesn't at all look complicated. So let's... Yeah, we need 2 of these tanks. We need some reinforced brick wall. There we go. 1 fluid mixer. Now what does this need? This does need pressure. Let's get you. And tell you what then, let's pop you just right on top of here. Keep the pressure about 4.2. That's nice and easy. And we need yeast culture. This is going to become important very, very soon. So water and mushrooms make the yeast culture, but we need the temperature to be between 30 and 60. So we don't want a big old heat source on it. So let's get rid of you and let's put you on this side. And what you at here? About 25. Let's get some lagging on you. What temperature are you at now? Still 25. So we do need a little bit of something to provide a little heat. I wonder... I mean, I don't know if this is going to be way too much, but does this work? Look. Yes, it does, and yes, it's way too much. Oops. So that is 200 degrees. Yeah, way too high. So let's have a look. These as a heat source. So brazier. So we see if that works. Oh, again, that's a little bit too high. But we do have a heatsink. Now we do remember these help distribute heat. So let's get things out of the way. That's about 160. If I put a heatsink on top, about 45. That is perfect. Excellent. Love it when a plan comes together. So, what did it say we needed? We needed mushrooms. And we needed water. And I think the easiest way I'm going to get the water, if I pinch this tank back, we'll go to our sink. let's go to the one over here. Make sure bucket mode is on, just shift. Shift and scroll. And 1, 2, 3. 14 by 14. There we go. Shift scroll to take bucket mode off. And let's slap you there. Get our pipe and our configurator. So this should be pumping out yeast culture on this side. So I'll let that do its thing. What the yeast culture will let us do, build a few more things like ethanol and that, but, oh, that's doing its thing. Plastic. Now, to make plastic, you get, let's, oh, no, not that one. Let's make it here. Let's just do a 4x4 for now. 2x2. So, where's our plastic? It is there. It's got 17 buckets. Oh, 7 buckets, should I say. Just going to grab 4 for now. So what you do, to make plastic sheets, you just let the plastic set and cool in the overworld. Easy as that. That gets us 8 more. We need our Amadron tablet. Now let's get my crafting grid again. At New Minecraft. So what we need is a GPS tool, which is easy enough to make, but I do know it is the reward for one of these, and I don't know which one. There we go, the universal sensor. And the heat frame, which I'll show you the heat frame actually. The heat frame is quite cool. So if we build a heat frame, what that does, if we place that in an inventory, it will smell all the items in that inventory next to a heat source, or freeze it next to a source of cold. So if we were to put a chest next to this heat pipe and put the heat frame in it, or on it should I say, anything in that chest would smelt. If we go to the other side of these vortex tubes and get the cold side, it would freeze anything on that inventory. So it's a way of having an auto smelter using Enigmatica and virtually free as well, especially with the fuel setup we've got. The other thing we need to make, this universal sensor. So we just need our seismic tool, which we have seismic sensor here. One universal sensor. So this one, it will output a redstone signal based on various conditions. So we can set different things depending on if it detects a block, if it detects a block change. Need at least a little bit of pressure, so let's slap it on here for now. Is that getting it? Oh no, it needs pressure from the bottom, doesn't it? Oh, come here, you. There we go. And it then needs an upgrade. So if we complete the quest, get that as well. This upgrade, if we put that in there, that is a block tracker. Now what that will do, depending on these things, so for example redstone, if it detects a redstone signal, it can output a response. If it detects a player right-clicking a block, it can output a response. And what you do is you use this GPS tool to copy that sensor configuration and post it onto things like the programmer, the air cannon, in order to have, so for example, if you had it here, this space is empty, therefore pump liquid into this space. So you pump plastic in, plastic dries, you get a hopper to take the plastic away, spot's empty again, input more plastic, liquid plastic. And you can automate the production of liquid plastic that way. Cool for automation. Not something we need right now, but we wanted the quest, and more importantly, we wanted that GPS tool so we can make our Amazon tablet. Now this requires pressure to use, and don't think I have anything to charge it yet. Yeah, no, yeah, don't have anything to charge it yet, but it works like a mobile market. So with the Amazon tablet, what you can do is sell things like the kerosene, biodiesel, LPG, all that stuff for emeralds, and then use emeralds to buy stuff as well. So here we go. So sell a bucket of LPG gets you 1 emerald, 14 emeralds gets you an assembly program, 8 gets you the drill program, that's drill and laser, you can get crude oil from it, PCB blueprints, programmer lasers. So it is handy for Amazon stuff. It's not much programming to it at the minute, but yeah, things will come for that. What I'm going to do though is see if I can turn this into a smart chest. I can. I just need an omnidirectional hopper. Which I've got some there, but for some reason it's not liking that one. And we'll build that. So we'll use one of these printed circuit boards, but we've got another one in here. So a reinforced chest, when it's broken, it acts like the crates or the shulker boxes, keeps its inventory when broken. The smart one, you can filter. So if we have a smart chest, you can set what slots goes in and out of, what items go into each slot, where it pushes and pulls to. It can act as a storage buffer or almost programmable storage for, again, a lot more Enigmatica automation. Not something I'm going to need just yet, but for now let's just throw them in there. I'm going to throw them in there as well, just for now. That sheet of plastic as well. Right, so that gets us that. Oh, and a magnet upgrade. So we can actually turn that smart chest into a hopper, so that it'll magnet in anything that drops near it. Very nice, very cool. And a few more of these advanced PCBs. Always good. Let's get rid of those, that. That gives us a few more things done on here. By now, this yeast culture should have made headway. Got 2 buckets. It's a bit of a slow process. Oh, the temperature's dropped too low. So, oh, that's why the brazier's gone out. In that case, I wonder if the magma block isn't too bad right now. I mean, if it is, I could see if another heatsink will help, but no, magma blocks looks like it's doing well. It's not too high, not too low. It is slowly creeping up, but we'll see what that does for now. Feeling that might just get a campfire underneath it. Looks pretty good. Leave that there for now. Pop you back. So, well, that's doing its own thing. We'll leave that for a minute. Let's get a logistics drone. So, this, we need 3 more of these turbine rotors. So 1, 2. Ah, we need 2 more of these turbines. Which, because I know we're going to need some more, let's get some auto crafting done, shall we? And this is the bit I love because of the we managed to get that all hooked up to us refined storage setup. This should put everything we need into here. Although this could take a while. I wonder. Let me go downstairs, see if this will work on the in out slot. Indeed, it appears to. That used a good, like, 45 minutes there. Is it working though, or is it just having a complete wobbly? I'm not entirely sure. But I can see turbine motors there, so it is crafting. Ah, we've got one there. Right. We're going to make this, and then we're going to get our sleeping bag and get rid of these stupid phantoms. The only downside to having goggles on and everything is you never know when it's night time until these things come down and swipe at you when you've not slept in 5 days. But there we have a logistics drone. Now, I'll snap that while we're here. We need a charging station for that. So before we get to that, let's have a look to harvesting drone. So we can use Enigmatica for harvesting crops instead of our humongo crate farm over here, which I've still got going. That's still turning away. I've not disabled that just yet. But yeah, a lot of these are already at 512 seeds and crops. So it's definitely done its thing. But yeah, let's just grab a little bit of normal wheat for this harvest run. And we need 12 more of those, 4 more of those rotor turbines. So we need 12 more of those, which we're almost there already. 1, 2, 3, 1 more, which I think should be on its way out now. There we go. So it needed to be one of those, but instead of a logistics core, we wanted a wheat core. And we have a harvesting drone. That then gives us a collector as well. Very nice. So the harvester will harvest, not pick anything up. The collector will follow it and pick everything up. Ooh. That temperature's dropped again, although it looks like everything is empty. And it's... Oh, I get it now. Because of the heat source, it does pull heat. So the magma blocks turn to netherite. The brazier just went out. But we've got 3.5 buckets of Yeast Culture. So let's just grab those for now. And before we get down that path, let's get ourselves a charging station, which that looks nice and easy. And we have a charging station. So what I'm going to do, definitely need another pressure pipe, don't we? Yeah, don't want to use that one. Do you know what? We could just go straight up here, can't we? So, I'm not going to hook it up just yet because I don't want it to lose too much air. But for now, let's just pop you on top of there. Hook some air into it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Pop. I have a feeling I've done this wrong. Yeah, because it don't go into the bottom, it goes into the side. Oh, there we go. So, the Amazon tablet, let's throw that into there. And we are pressurising. Same with the drones, they would all go into here as well. And it would build up the pressure. You can stand on the charging station as well. And it will charge things that you equipped as well. And you can get a standing station that does a better job. Ooh, trader, what have you got? No. Sorry, trader. But you're a waste of my time and space. Go away. So, that's our charging station. Some speed upgrades. We have got other upgrades here that we can get into now. But these, we can use the charging station then as well. Once we've got... I mean, let's take the tablet out for now. Let's throw this in. We can then upgrade the logistics drone. So we can have speed upgrades, make it work faster. Volume upgrades, so it holds more air, therefore lasts a bit longer. I mean, what's that? Logistics for 31 by 31. 31 by 31. Yeah. So, the Amazon tablet, let's get into here. Now we can get in. There we go. So, oh, more than just what's on the GEI. This. So, leather gets emerald. Wool gets us emeralds. Compasses. We can buy prismarine arrows. We can sell rotten flesh for emeralds. That. I think we've got a couple of rotten flesh here. So if we were to do this and say this one. So. Oh, so on multiplayer as well, you can set your own market stall with it effectively. Right. So what you would do is you'd use something like a smart chest to link to the tablet. So let's... better still, let's do that. So if we were to throw the rotten flesh in there, go to the tablet, and say... So, rotten flesh. Orders in the basket. Order the items in the basket. The drone will come to retrieve payment. There's another purchase. So right click adds one. Left click. Right click. I'm pressing left click instead of right click. So right click to 1, 2. Place order. And now what will happen, the drone will come, take out the rotten flesh, that drone will head off to the Amazon in the sky, and then another drone will come, here we go, and drop off 2 emeralds. And then get stuck in the ceiling. Go on, little guy. Fly away. Fly away to freedom. But that is how the Amazon tablet works. That is pretty cool for what it does. These are charged up nicely, but don't want to do anything with those just yet. So let's chuck the drones in here. Let's get our upgrades thrown in here as well. And the programmer is what's used to create the programs that our drones follow. And then a remote, so that we can use it to well, create your own remote control for drones and sensors, which would be good again for automating. But for now, because we're not going to get into drones just yet, let's get this yeast culture sorted. So we want, we could go down to all the way down to here and using a way to make plastic sheets, automate it, but we could go down this way. But what we want to do now is head down here, because this yeast culture is what we need here. So first things first, I need 8 emeralds so that we can make, so we can buy, let's get our tablet, a PCP blueprint. Oh, we got some advanced, do you know, we've got advanced pressure tubes, so I could skip a few things and get to the spawner, but you know what? We've come this far, we may as well stick with it. That refined hurt, that can go in there for a minute. Let's come back to that. And there's our PCB blueprint. And that there. Now we need to get through the rest of this, but just side glanced and seen that we're at like well over time at the minute. So that'll be all it for now. I may put an episode up on Sunday just to finish Enigmatica, and then next week will be a little different because I'll have other things going up at the same time. So Minecraft will be Monday to Saturday. Everything else will be odd days as and when, but they'll be posted around 12 noon GMT, with the rest of this going out at 6 PM GMT like normal. But yeah, that's quite a lot of progress, actually, quite a lot of stuff. And what I'll be doing is once we get Enigmatica done, I'll go through getting some of these programmed, and we'll do an episode on the programming, the automation, once I've got it tested and I know what I'm doing with it for once. And we'll finish off the pressurized spawner, the vacuum trap, and then we'll head over to the magic area to get that sorted. May have something to show off next week with regards to how this place is going to look in the future, but that may be the week after. But I don't know. Depends how far I get it done. But in the meantime, do the usual thing. Go into the comments, hit your like, hit your subscribe, comment away. Do all that fancy stuff, and I shall catch you guys later. Have a good one. Take it steady. I'll see you. Bye-bye.